Good afternoon. It is 1 o'clock over here on the East Coast. I am in Maryland, in case you guys did not know that. I finally started my YouTube channel, right? Every time I think YouTube channel, I think of like my kids and them watching, I don't know, something on their YouTube channel, right? That actually has like a bunch of different, I don't know, I guess learning tools and resources, right? So that's what I'm trying to give you. So I guess I do have a channel. But I'm going to be doing the trainings and I will be uploading them for anyone now who wants to use them or anyone in the future, because I feel like none of this will ever get old. So I'm going to go over resources, which is really big because Scentsy literally throws things at us to help us succeed. But are you utilizing all your resources? Probably not, because I know I wasn't. I've been with Scentsy for 2 years now, and not until I wrote everything down on my little handy dandy notebook here to do this training, I went back in my head and was like, crap, I myself have not even used all of this until I needed to force myself to help you guys. So now I can say that I have, right? Okay, so when you first join Scentsy, regardless if you join with a $25 special, a $99 special, a host join kit, any of those, okay? Automatically you will get that email that will say, congratulations, thank you for joining Scentsy. And they give you like a breakdown of like, hey, do this first, do this first, do this next, do this next. And I'm not gonna lie, it took me, I wanna say 2 weeks maybe for me personally to get into all of that, right? I kept just, I put it off and I was like, yeah, like I joined, no big deal. My sponsor wasn't someone who necessarily was like pushing me. I had asked her before I joined, like, hey, do we have to do like a what is it called? A launch party. No, we don't have to do a launch party. Like, no, that's okay. And I was like, what? Awesome. Okay. Cause I had done I had done a network marketing, multiple ones before this. And that was always the thing. They always pressed you for like, if you're going to do a business, you have to make sure that you launch yourself and blah, 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 right? I never did that. So that was one resource that I did not utilize, right? So anyways, took me about 2 weeks to get into my emails. And, when I finally did get into the emails, it was like, do this first, do this second. And I just kept thinking, like, I don't have time to sit here for 30 minutes to listen to this video, right? Guys, it was legit like, I think the longest video was like 5 minutes, and it wasn't even like some monotone person sitting there like, oh yeah, blah, blah, blah. Like, no, like they had like cute little images in it. Like it was super cute, super simple, but to the point, right? They told you how to open up a party link. They told you about your commission, how you can earn more commission. So Scentsy automatically sets you up for success there, right? And then once you're able to log into your workstation and you know the difference between your PWS and your workstation, right? So if you're purchasing from me, you're buying off of my PWS, which is personal website, okay? But once you become a consultant, then you have the workstation. That's behind the scenes, right? So that as a consultant is where you are going to be doing most of your stuff. The only time I personally go to my personal website is if I need to change something on my Scentsy Club, or if there's like a clearance sale, or a special type of sale, and I know that my personal website is the only way that I'm going to have access to that type of sale. Okay. So workstation news. If you go to the top of your workstation, right, you log in, it literally has so many different tabs, right? So many tabs, so many things that you can, click on. Okay. There's, let's start with the news tab, right? That's one of the biggest ones, okay? The news tab has a product status list to it. That is the very first thing that pops up. I'm going to show you guys as I'm doing this. That way we can all just learn together, right? So the first thing, like I said, that pops up, or at the top, it's not one of the first bars up here at the top, right? We have dashboard, orders, reporting, and news. But I want to show you guys, let's see if I can do this. Well, okay, so there's the news tab, right? So product status list. If you guys have never clicked on that before, this is a way to inform your customers or even yourself of what maybe on back order, or what's back in stock. So like our Magnolia Linen, oh guys, this is a brand new computer. I did not know it was touchscreen. Sorry. Our Magnolia Linen, both of them, the fragrance flowers are back in stock on June 7th. So today's June 10th. So that means that those ones have already been replenished, okay? Usually, so it says products turning on will be specified each Tuesday by 3, and product activation will occur on Thursdays at 10 a.m. So they will let you know, hey, if something is back in stock, we're going to let you know by Tuesday at 3 p.m. Pacific Central Time, right? That's like West Coast. But it will show, and it will be like, hey, you know, just so you know, it's coming back Thursday at 10 a.m. Pacific Central Time. Okay, so that's anything back in stock. If you scroll down here, this is all stuff that is back ordered. So if you have someone who's like, hey, like, you know, I know that the clothesline car bar clip, it's saying that it is out of stock. Do you know when it's coming back? Here, estimated date arriving to the warehouse is 6:30. So what they're doing here, they're going to fulfill open orders first. Okay, so if they have someone who maybe placed an order for the clothesline car bar clip and they did not get it, right? They told them like, hey, it's back ordered. We'll send it to you as soon as we have it. Those are the people who are going to get it first. That's what the open orders are, or the like the open orders and the back orders, right? And then it'll be available for purchase after. So if there's like 10,000 of these coming in, but there are 9,000 people who are waiting for them, all of those people will get it first, and then they'll put 1,000 on our website. Okay. So here to also kind of tell you some fun stuff on the consultant store. Like I always will be like, oh, the jumbo carrier bags, a 3-pack, right? So to be determined, July, so on and so forth. Okay. And then if you go down here, these are products that are available for redemption. So there are a lot of, this is a great example right here, right? The Cinderella Castle Scentsy Warmer. I don't know if you guys had seen that, but we are doing that as a 50th anniversary to Walt Disney. We did a pre-order on it, but that will not be available until late October of 2022. This here is telling you, hey, just so you know, the Hogwarts Warmer is no longer available. So if you had a customer who was like, oh yeah, I want it. They, you know, paid the $25 for their pre-order, but they didn't redeem it by 4:30. Guess what? Sorry, Charlie, that's it. That $25 is gone. But it tells them that in the, like on your website, it'll say, hey, this $25 is non-refundable. So if you decide to not get it after all, you're not getting that $25 back. So whenever you guys do any kind of pre-orders, right? You guys, like for the 50th anniversary Walt Disney World Castle, you want to direct people to your website, okay? Don't get stuck doing it for them, because then you're going to end up getting all the emails to your personal email, and it'll end up turning into you having to bother that person in a way, right? Like, hey, you know, I know that you ordered the 50th anniversary, like you sent me the $25. Do you still want it? It's easier for them to say, no, you know, I don't want it anymore. Like, it's fine. Like, it's just $25. Versus if they get an email and it says like, hey, don't forget to, you know, redeem your order, or don't forget to redeem like your 50th anniversary, then they're gonna be like, oh yeah, that's right. Okay. And they seem to get a little more excited is what I noticed. Stuff over here, out of stock, okay? This is anything that was an LTO, and it shows you like the date that it went out of stock. So Ariel Scentsy Buddy, oh guys, I'm still so sad about that, because I was like, oh, I'll wait, and I don't know why I waited, but it's fine. Look, I ended up getting the warmer. I sold mine that I originally bought, and I had to get that off of another consultant, because I was like, I cannot not have an Ariel warmer, right? Anyways, okay, so out of stock. So this is all the stuff that's out of stock. This is the date that it went out of stock. All right, and then down here, what is this? Notification process. This just tells you like, hey, you know, we'll tell you on here that it's out of stock, right? Okay, so then I wanted to show you guys next is if you go to the, again, the news tab, you're going to come over here. It has all of these additional different tabs that you have, okay? So as a new consultant, guess what? You can click on here and, what is this doing? Okay, so we'll start it here first, okay? So we're at the news tab. We already hit the product status list, okay? So now if you keep scrolling, this is where you're going to find all your information. So if you follow the Squad Goals Facebook page, or you follow the OC Scents Facebook page, most of the time Rihanna or Wendy or someone is very good about putting up something that, they go on here as soon as it pops up in the morning, and then they will put it onto the Facebook page. However, if you do not follow us on Facebook, Thursdays is the day in Scentsy land where you can go onto your news tab and they will tell you anything that is coming out that next Monday. They will tell you if there's any kind of changes, like here, your workstation will be unavailable for 4 hours on Friday, June 17th. Okay. So that's something good to know, right? Because you don't want to be like, oh yeah, I'll put in orders, blah, blah, blah. And then guess what? Bam, you're trying to put in orders and you're like, shoot, like, why isn't my workstation working? Well, go to your news station, your news tab, and maybe it'll have something for you there. So it will tell you, like I said, we have the Groot collection coming out on Monday. And this here, honestly, you can just go through and you can find whatever you're looking for on here. And then, like I said, we have like the new consultants. You can go here and this will give you all sorts of different trainings. Okay. These are trainings. You can go down here to the side, business rules and guidelines, events, home office. Really just play with it, guys, because there's so much that there's so much that Scentsy offers for us. It's pretty fantastic. Okay. One of the new features that they are actually helping us with, let's see, I wanted to show you guys really quick. If not, I'll just show you my printout. So yeah, if you guys didn't know, right, all PWS orders will receive a free scent circle in June. What? Like, that is so nice. Like, why? Just because, right? Just because Scentsy knows we're in a hard place right now. Okay, of course I can't find it now, right? Let's see, business tools. Is it this? No, but that's actually very informative. So anyways, I wanted to show you guys this because, oh my Lanta, I'm making a mess. Okay, so this is planning ahead June of 2022, okay? So they wanted to show us, rotate your phone, party poopers. They wanted to show us, or they wanted to help us, right? By kind of helping us to plan ahead. So they're telling us, hey, guess what? In the catalog, this is what we're doing, this and this, right? Limited time offers. This is everything that we're offering in the month of June, okay? Here, they didn't tell us about, well, actually they did, the Guardians of the Galaxy. They said it was coming out on 6/13. So we didn't know exactly what was coming out for Guardians of the Galaxy, but we knew something was coming, right? So if something like that happens, that is your time to start posting to your social media. Hey, who likes Guardians of the Galaxy? Hey, who likes, who's your favorite Guardian of the Galaxy character, right? That is the time to start saying that. Lilo and Stitch, right? I have a couple Lilo and Stitch shirts because I freaking love Stitch. And Grayson was Stitch for Halloween even because it reminded me of my little brother. Anyways, so full details are going to be announced soon. But if you guys didn't know, the Stitch, let's do this, ready? Stitch Day is actually 6/26, so January 26th. So it's actually coming out June. It's June 26th, but they're actually releasing it on the 27th. So it's one day late, but hey, I mean, we can still pump people up for this coming out, right? Here, you're just going to tell people, hey, guess what? Our whiff box, it's a higher value this month. What incentives, Scentsy Club, etc., right? So this is all more resources that they gave to us. And I haven't even fully read through it, to be honest. Okay, I just printed it out last night. That way I can show you guys. But you can go on to your news tab here. And I was trying to find it, guys. But clearly, I am not doing a very good job. Business tools, no. Ellie! Sorry, guys. The dog is out of her cage. And it's just me and her right now. And she sounds like she's getting into some stuff. Okay, anyway, so it's called planning ahead. So I can type that in here and maybe it'll show it to me. But I just wanted to show you guys because the planning ahead tool is oh my gosh, fantastic thing to help us. Because I don't know if you guys have ever noticed, but when we have these LTOs that come out, right? All of a sudden, social media is like dumped with all of the different, Ellie! Social media is dumped with all the limited time offers, flyers, people are promoting it, and then boom, Monday hits and maybe someone will promote it and be like, what are you doing? And someone will be like, oh, hey, don't forget Stitch comes out today. But then Tuesday happens and it's like nothing. right? It's all gone. It all disappears. So we're literally throwing all this into social media because everybody wants this sale or everybody wants to share it, but then they kind of like forget about it. So with this planning ahead guide, that gives you time to be like, okay, so I know Stitch is coming out, right? The Stitch Buddy, we know that the Angel Buddy, both wax bars. We know that we're getting Bitty Buddies of both. And the way we know all of this is because we watch the end of the month live, right? Which I'll talk about in a minute. But we know all of that is coming out. So that's when you can start wearing your Stitch shirts, right? Like, who loves Lulu and Stitch? You could do a poll on your Instagram. You can make a newsletter, send it out to your customers. And that doesn't matter if you have one customer or you have 3,000 customers, okay? If you make a newsletter, send it out to everyone. If you make any kind of flyer, send it out to any customers, because every customer is not just a customer. It's not just a checking account or a purchase, right? They are a person. They are someone that you want to make a connection with. They are hopefully a friend or maybe a future friend. And who knows, maybe even a recruit, right? Like I want to say like my team, right? My team is made up of a lot of my friends that I've been close to, and a lot of my friends who are moms who are doing the same thing that I'm doing, who are staying home, but wanted something else to do besides just being a mom, right? We wanted a different another purpose. We wanted like to be arts and craftsy, and we wanted to be able to help people and get all this freaking smell goods into their house, because I mean, if I'm going to be home with my kids, I want my house to smell good, right? And I can't do that with candles because I have boys, and these boys like to throw baseballs all the time, or they like to throw regular balls, or just things in general, right? Okay, so next thing is there is the business rules and guidelines, okay? That is also in the news tab as well. So in the news tab, Ellie, hey, you're being a troublemaker. Okay, hold on. I gotta put her in her cage. Come here. Come on. Get in your bed. Hey. Get in your bed. You're getting in trouble. You're getting in trouble. Yes. I can't watch you and talk at the people. Yes. Thank you for the kisses. Okay. Sorry, guys. I was trying to give her the benefit of the doubt and let her run free, but she's still a puppy, right? Okay, so like I said, if we go on to the news tab here, right? So we're on the news tab. This is the, oh shoot, products, slippery soaps. News tab, right? Product status list, product communication, events, news, training news, new consultants, business rules, and guidelines, okay? So I had never actually clicked that until, like I said, till I started doing this training. So this kind of just tells you like understanding, let's see, updates to independent consultant agreement. It shows you like the different guidelines as to if you wanted to have another consultant in, let's see, cross-border agreements. I'm not too educated on those, but okay, so like for example, like the Netherlands and Belgium, we're actually they're going to be able to sell Scentsy. They just told us that, right? So if you have someone in Belgium who's like, hey, I want to be a consultant, then you need to have an out-of-region cross-border agreement. So that's something I, of course, would need to look into further just to have the knowledge for. But Scentsy gives that information to me right here, and it's only in 7 little small paragraphs. So it's not even like this big old thing that I have to read, right? Okay. So the next tab that I wanted to just kind of briefly go over was the marketing tab, okay? Marketing tab has LTOs, Scent and Warm of the Month, catalog and brochures, join and recruit, party and host, Scentsy Club, and even logos, okay? So all of those different things, right? So if you're like, hey, I want to do a party, maybe in person, right? Like I want to do I'm planning on doing 2 different kinds, okay? I want to do one that is a charcuterie and sniff. I think that's what I was going to call it. Where like everyone brings a different like charcuterie board, and everyone just shares it, right? And then I'll have like Scentsy stuff set up. And then I wanted to do another one where it was like a Scentsy switch I think that's what I was going to call it. Okay, so where everyone brings a warmer that maybe they don't like or maybe they love, but they want to pass it on now. And everyone leaves with a different warmer. So everyone puts their warmer on the table when they come in, and then you just pick out a new one when you leave. And if in the end you decide like, oh, there's not really anything that I want, I mean, I don't know if you'll be able to take yours back necessarily, but maybe I'll have an option where I'm like, okay, well, if you don't want to take this one that's left over, then I have this one available and you can pay $10 more and you can get this one, right? Something like that. I don't know. But I think it would be fun because I know a lot of people who have been with Scentsy for a long time, and I feel like that could be something fun for them. So I can go onto this marketing tab, I can go onto the party and host and see what I can do, what I can't do, different ideas. It'll show you different ways to break it down, like, hey, in a week, this is what you're going to do for, you know, contacting your host. So if I'm the host, then, you know, obviously, I mean, who knows, right? If I'm a host, I can still go onto here, I can print it out and I can still do it for myself, right? So, okay, in a week, you know, I'm going to follow up with my, the people I'm going to invite, right? So on and so forth. But on there, it'll tell you about the LTOs, the scent warmer of the month. Guys, that's a huge, huge, huge resource for us, okay? That's a great way to get those scents out to people before they even come out, okay? If you don't know what scent warmer of the month is, I highly suggest you look into it. I'm going to tell you right now, I do not get the warmer every month, okay? And when I was in a very tight pickle where I couldn't afford that $45 or like $52 with tax to get just the scent of the month, I would wait until it came out, and then I would go online or onto my Workstation, okay? And I would buy the room spray. I would buy a wax, probably like 3 wax bars is what I did. And then I would buy a pack of brochures in the consultant store, and I would buy the pack of brochures. What's the other thing? Oh, the scratch and sniff stickers, because you can put those scratch and sniff stickers onto your brochures and it will save you on having to make those extra samples, right? I was hoping that I had one near me so I could show you like what I did, but oh, I do. Okay, so like this one, for example, right? I went on here. Also, before the month, you can buy the brochure. Really? I did not know that. Before the month, you can buy the brochures and the stickers. Oh, see? Learn something new every day. So, like, you can already get July's scent of the month, just not the bar. Oh, see, that's even better then, because that still gives you the heads up to be able to buy everything for next month. And if you get the stickers, the scratch and sniff stickers, and I'll make a sniff me sticker because sometimes I feel like people don't actually know that these are like scratch and sniff. Sometimes you can just take them out of the envelope and you're like, damn, like that smells good. But then they have to figure out what smells good. So I started making like these little sniff me stickers, or if I'm in a hurry, I'll just write sniff me with like a Sharpie. But yeah, so just like Sarah said, you can go in, and if you can't afford it, you can pay $3 for a pack of 50 of these. You can pay, I think they're $3 for the scratch and sniff stickers, and you guys can send that out before July even comes, right? So scent and warmer of the month is fantastic. The warmer of the month, I only get it if I know that it can fit into my decor somehow. So all of the warmers that I buy, I don't have them out 24/7, okay? So I love to, when I was little, my mom would always change out her decor all the time for every season. So we'd come home from school and boom, it went from Halloween to Christmas, and we would be like, wow, like it was walking in like the mall. It was always so cool, right? So I caught on to that, and I've been doing that ever since I've lived on my own since I was 18. So I will toss all my boxes, I bundle them up, and I put them away with my Halloween stuff. I put them away with my spring stuff. So I don't currently have like 50 warmers in my house, right? I have I have 2 in my kitchen that are just like sitting there as like a design. And I have 2 warmers that actually work. So I have 4 warmers in my kitchen. But that's just like for an example, right? So you don't have to get the warmer and scent of the month if you don't want to, okay? If you personally feel like, hey, that's something you can use, get it, because it's going to be discounted and you get the PRV for it. Yes, I have like 20 downstairs. Let's see. Let's count it. Okay, so I have actively working warmers right now. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's pretty good. Only 5 working right now. But in my actual house, I have like, let's see, in this room alone, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 on display in this little room of mine. But anyways, don't be putting me on blast. Imagine Jesse watches this, he's gonna agree. He's gonna be like, he did that one time, going on a tangent. He was like, why do we have so many warmers? I'm gonna go around the house and count them all. Bro, he missed like 5 of them because he thought that they were decor. And I was like, I'm not gonna tell him that he missed those. I'm just gonna be like, yeah, you're right. Next, there is a training tab at the top that is a beautiful, beautiful way to help you out, okay? The FAQs, when I first started, I printed a boatload of them because I wanted to be educated. And I am someone who needs something in her hand, okay? I need it in my hand. I need it in a sheet protector because I hate bent papers. You know what I hate more than bent papers? Wet papers. Like a book or a notebook, if it gets wet and it has like those ripples, nope, I'm throwing it away. I don't care how brand new it is. I don't care if it's my favorite thing in the world. It is going in the trash. I cannot stand it. That's just the OC. I read a bunch of them. Scentsy Club. I read them about, guys, they have so many. Scentsy Family Reunion, right? That's coming up in, we're like 12 days away. Yay! Our personal website, navigator and header. We have the air purifier FAQ, guys. That's a fantastic, fantastic one. Our Scentsy bracelets, our scent warmer of the month, Scentsy oils, everything is in here, okay, for FAQs. So if there's a point where you're like, okay, you know, I want to focus on my business, I want to know more stuff, where can I get it? FAQs. It is literally like the best part of this website is to get the FAQs because they're sweet and to the point, right? Can I do this? No. Blah, 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 blah. Like information is all there, okay? There's videos on here also. The videos, you have training videos. There we go. Okay. And they're just small little snippets, okay? Keeping your party games and activities compliant and fun. We are Scentsy, how to use the compliance guide. Be a fearless you. So they're also doing things not just business related, right? It wants to do things that are going to uplift you, that are going to support you, that are going to make you feel like, wow, you know, that makes me feel good. Like I am resilient, like I am mindful, like, oh, great. So those are those types of training videos on here, okay? And then we have Scentsy standards. So I'm going to say this, and hope that no one like comes out and says anything. But I had worked an event, and this event was something that I ended up finding out from some lady who walked up to me saying, you're going to get your business taken away. You're out of compliance, blah, blah, blah. You guys, I was just like, thank you for telling me. Like, I truly appreciate it, right? Like, I was going to be nice to her because I'm not going to be like, no, liar. Like, what are you talking about? Because I had already made it known that I was doing this event, okay? I talked to my upline and I was in the wrong, 100%. You guys, I did not know that. And I'm not going to blame my sponsor. I'm not going to blame my upline. I'm not blaming anyone. It was purely, I did not understand when I went in the Scentsy standards what I could or could not do, okay? So I went in here afterwards. I realized, oh my God, I was out of compliance. I talked to my upline and she was like, okay, you know what? You learned from this. Now you know, let's not do it again. Got it. Done. I won't do it again. It's not happening. I love doing this too much to where I'm just going to lose it, right? But that's something simple, right? Is if you're going to start doing events, like look up the events tab. Or if you're not finding what you're finding, call compliance, call Scentsy support. That's what I did also. That day when I was driving home, I was like, hey, I need you to tell me exactly what I can do, where I can sell and where I cannot sell, because I need to know, right? I need to know and not get my business taken away because I didn't know, because I wasn't educated, right? So that's always a great resource, is finding out Scentsy standards prior to maybe doing something different, okay? And then we have a wellness tab, and we also have like a new sponsor or new director tab. So maybe you just sponsor someone for the first time and you're like, I don't really know where to start, you know, you can you can be a sponsor as soon as, like, say you started today and one of your friends is like, hey, I want to join too. She can either join right underneath you and you guys can kind of like learn as you go type of thing, or she can join under whoever you joined under. Perfectly fine also. You don't have to sponsor anyone, okay? If you decide, hey, you know, this is not really for me, I don't want to sponsor anyone, what you can do is, I just found this out too, you can contact consultant support and be like, hey, you know, I don't want to sponsor anyone. Can you mark that on my like profile, right? So it's something that's internal. So if someone tries to join underneath you, it will just automatically go up to who you're sponsored underneath. So that way it's not like, oh no, I'm not going to sponsor you. It's sure, go ahead and join under, but you're going to learn from like my sponsor because maybe I'm not ready, or maybe I'm not someone who really wants to teach other people, whatever it may be, right? Maybe I don't have time, whatever. But yeah, I just learned that going through Scentsy standards, guys. And then they also have a wellness tab. So I actually just did this because Scentsy would always send me these emails, like as a consultant, and be like, oh, congratulations to May's winner. And I'm like, what are they talking about? So finally went in the wellness tab. And on the wellness tab, what they did was you can sign up and you can like opt in to join on the wellness, what is it called? Step-by-step challenge. Okay. So they want you to do 10,000 steps a day. And you just go on there, you say, hey, I did 10,000 steps. I haven't put in my first 10,000 steps yet, so I don't know exactly how it works, but whoever wins gets like a gift card or giveaways. And I mean, it's just something fun to do that, I mean, is free, right? So might as well try it. And then one of the last things that I wanted to talk to you about was Facebook. Okay. So if you have a Facebook, use it. Okay. And don't use it just to scroll, and don't use it just to like, you know, check out what everybody's doing. Use it to your advantage, especially if you want to grow, especially if you want to be someone who has great sales every month, right? So this also comes back to me, right? I can tell for myself, hey, you know, your sales were not great this month, but that's also because I didn't send out my newsletter. It's also because I wasn't emailing customers. It also was, you know, maybe I didn't do the flyers like I'm used to doing. So Scentsy Family Consultants, okay? They have their own Facebook page, okay? Scentsy Family Consultants. On Tuesdays, we have Jason, who does live trainings every Tuesday. And then we have Sarah, who does Thursday trainings. They are both hilarious. They are full of bubbles and they always have something funny to say, but they're always giving us some type of training or some type of help to, maybe there's like an LTO coming out, right? And they're helping to push us and be like, hey, like these are the ideas you can do. Or maybe they're showing us something, like Sarah will show us a lot of the times, like what's new in the consultant store. Or I know I've seen Jason's trainings and he will show us like, he'll give like those motivational speeches, and they're really cool to watch. Okay. So Scentsy Family Consultants, they have their own page. And like I said, Tuesdays and Thursdays, they have those live trainings. And then Dan Orchard. Okay. He is the interim CEO right now for Scentsy. Heidi and Orville, they are the founders of Scentsy. Okay. They are on a mission right now in London. Okay. And actually there is an FAQ in here for for Heidi and Orville's. I just saw it when I was scrolling. I was like, oh, that's actually pretty cool, because I don't really know how to describe their mission. So let's go here. Let's go here real quick. So they are a mission president, is a leadership opportunity position in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. So they will be there for 3 years. They left, let's see, June of 2021. So it's been almost a year, and they'll go until June 2024. So right now it is Dan Orchard and Lacey Toms. Nope. I don't remember her last name, but they do the end of the month live every last day of the month. Okay. And if you follow Dan Orchard, it's usually at like 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So it's 8 p.m. over here in Maryland. But they will give you a heads up as to, hey, this is a big chunk of what's coming out the next month. They show you the next warmer of the month. They show you the scent. They show you a couple LTOs. Sometimes they have something hidden up their sleeves, so they don't tell us that. And then sometimes they will hide things, something like this, right? Or they'll hide something over here. And it'll be behind Dan or Lacey, right? And Dan will try to like nonchalantly like point at things. Like, they are hilarious, guys. But that's a great resource also, is being able to watch that, because then again, you get to prepare and plan ahead. Like, oh my God, I totally know 10 people who would love this. Oh my gosh, I totally know that I can, you know, promote this over here to somebody else, right? And then last but not least, our squad goals page and our OC Scents page, okay? And then of course this page, right? This is our like little team page that I come here and I let you guys know, like, hey, you know, this is what I'm doing. I want to show you guys, that way I can show you how hard or easy or stressed out or, you know, anything, right? Because I'm a mom of 4 and it's not always easy, okay? My house, I mean, you can see it from here. This is my like Scentsy craft area, and it's a hot mess because I've been dumping things out. I've been throwing things away. I've been purging. I've been organizing. It's just been a hot mess, right? But it takes me like a week to get all of it done because I'm trying to also do that to multiple parts of my house. Anyways, so squad goals and OC Scents are a huge resource on Facebook, okay? They have fantastic ways. Let's see, let me close this out right here. To help you, okay? Not only does Rihanna go live often and talk to you, or like talk to all of us about how, you know, she's looking for better ways to get new customers, or maybe she's talking to people about Scentsy Club, or, you know, just checking in and making sure all of us are doing okay. You know, it's not just a paycheck, it's a community. And that's what I love the most, because when I was in these other network marketing programs, groups, it was not the same. I didn't feel like the higher ups gave a crap about me, right? They didn't know who I was because they didn't care to help me, right? All of our higher ups, you guys, they're always showing you stuff that they're doing. Like, sure, maybe her paycheck is $10,000, right? Income disclosure, I'll put that in the comments. Maybe her paycheck is that much and mine is only like $200, but she still wants to show it to you as like a, hey, I was there. I've been with Scentsy for 10 years. You can do this. This is possible. But do not hold yourself to this standard, because I am at this season in my life and you are at this season, right? But they still show it to us and help give us ideas to where we can maybe like, well, maybe I won't send out this package, right? Because it cost me like $20 to make it, but I can modify it and bring it down and it'll cost me only like this much, okay? So they will post on here plenty of different things that we can use, okay? So I'm going to turn this around one more time. And so here she has, oh, Jesus. She has guides, different files for different things, media, that's just things that people have posted or maybe she has posted. But the files, guys, is a very helpful, I guess, area of this, just because, right, they have different, like here, fundraiser forms, fundraiser for the buddy clip, fragrance flower labels, like, and just because it says it was from like 2021 or something, right, does not necessarily mean that it's like out of style or out of date or whatever, okay? What they're always telling us is don't copy exactly what they do, okay? Make it your own. So if you see like on here, it's a Scent Circle fundraiser, right? And maybe it's like broken down, it's all the grids and everything. That's not something that you necessarily have to make again, because that's something that it's going to look exactly the same if you do it. But maybe the informational pamphlet, right? Instead of having Rihanna's picture, instead of having like all of her verbiage, you know, hold that, okay? And then go onto Canva or Microsoft Word or whatever and create your own with your picture, your QR code, your verbiage. You know, that's how you want to make it your own. You guys, my freaking nose is itching like crazy. I'm so sorry. These freaking allergies are insane. Anyways, so that's what I wanted to talk to you about, okay? Make sure that you're going into these main group pages and looking at what they offer, because, I mean, the guides alone, you guys, I haven't even gone through all of them myself. Like, these are the basics. Welcome to the squad, right? How to calculate shipping, understanding the product list, like 15 minutes a day challenge, you guys. That is an amazing one. I just printed that one out. Like I said, I had not gone through here like I should have. And it'll even tell you like, okay, you have 0 of 4 required guides completed. This is telling you like out of compliance images, like things that we cannot create or make. You know, things about getting paid, so your compensation when you get paid, how to calculate your commission, so on and so forth. So I really hope that you guys can utilize this, and I really hope that this helped you along the way at some point, helped to show you the different things that we offer. And of course, if you ever need help, please reach out to me, because I mean, I love being helpful, right? That's why I'm a mom, because that's just something that I like to do. So now I'm going to go meet the family. We're going to go eat some Chinese food for lunch. And then Emma's already called me twice. So I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and see you later. Bye.